Well, good, blessed afternoon, beautiful, precious ones, and YouTubers. I am home, sweet home. The cupboard was bare. Well, hope and pray all is well. I only had a few shrimp and a few mussels in the freezer. And of course, my beans and my soups. But I just left Food Line, and we have a new Food Line, and I've fallen in love. I just love it so much, so many just fresh veggies and meats that's on sale, and I'm thankful that I got that rain check for those steaks, $27 and what's that? 52 cents, and the other one was $27.34. But I ended up only paying $16 for one and $15 for the other. So I sometimes I go and they don't have any New York strips. They had some pretty ribeyes in there though, but they was like $31, $32, $33. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous ribeyes. But I only buy steak when it's on sale. And I can't tell you the last time I had some ribs. Look at this, $6.53. They had them, and these are baby backs. I'm going to soak them things down in some vinegar. Well, they're going in the freezer because I don't want any now. They for in the future. And so, and chicken wings. I had a rain check for those, but they were still on sale. $10.14 for one pack. $10.72 for another pack. I mean, that's a great buy for wings. And I've actually had pretty much stopped eating chicken, but I've fallen back in love with it. And I was out of my celery. I was out of my lemons, out of my jalapeno peppers. And I didn't pray about not buying those sodas. I wanted the 12 pack, but they wasn't the 12 in the can, but they wasn't on sale. So I got those. It was 3 for $12 and something. But I just got one because I said if I bought 3 of those 6, pack, and I don't like that, I would have drank them all up. I was out of my spinach. And I only got a couple of onions left, and I was out of white potatoes. And I said I wasn't going to buy any more, but I did. And out of my water. And so I got one 24 thing of water, but I'm going to start. And I was out of tomatoes, cucumber, and I do have a half of an avocado. Oh, and I got mushrooms, croakers. I wanted some fish, and normally I drive, it's like about 35, 40 minutes to get to this nearby city that has fresh fish. And there are 4 places in my city that's supposed to have fresh fish. But, when you cook it and you get a loud smell, it's not fresh. But I didn't feel like going there, and they had these croakers just for $7.99, And so I got those. I was out of my Catalina. I want to start making my own salad dressing. That way I can control the ingredients, And I made gravy, but let's face it, buying it tastes better. But, my goodness. And I had corn with those crabs and mussels and shrimp, and it was so delicious. Garlic butter corn. And believe it or not, corn is good for you. It's a fiber, And they had these on sale, so I got that. And I really wanted what they called it, I think, shiitake mushrooms, but they didn't have any. And those was only on sale for $1.29. So I got those. And I had some great savings. I'm very satisfied. So this is my grocery haul. However, it was 2 people in front of me. So the young man rung them up. And soon as he finished, after he had finished ringing up the young man that was in front of me, he coughed. And when I looked and seen, I just seen his hand, his arm coming down. So I don't know if he coughed in his hand or if he coughed in his in his elbow or what. So now I got me some sudsy water. Normally I wash things down anyways, but I normally do self-checkout. But the self-checkout line was so long, and the one that was ringing it up, their line wasn't that long. So now I got to wipe all this stuff down. I took my fruits out, this right here out the little thin plastic bag, and but the rest right here, I gotta wash all this stuff down in sudsy Clorox water. My water he didn't touch. So, but I realized that who put this stuff up touch it. And I'm not, I mean, I am scornful to a certain extent, but, with all them germs and stuff out there, when you cough, especially if you are clerk, you need to have some hand sanitizer. And you need to use that hand sanitizer every single time that, I feel that you ring somebody up, because you don't know what people have been touching, Some people, they go to the bathroom and they don't even wash their hands. And I'm just chit-chatting, just talking. I see what some they like to, they do pretty good showing their grocery haul. Who have I seen do that? I've seen, I don't know if it's Peach, somebody. But anyways, so this is mine, and I'm getting ready to wash this down and get it put up and take out a couple of those croakers. I hope they are not too small. And I have a salad already made, and that's what I'm gonna eat. I ate a sweet potato this morning, and I went on and prepared 3 strips of bacon, and I ate all 3 strips up. Well, I was waiting for the cable guy, because my cable, not my cable, my internet gave out yesterday. That's why it took so long, because I did that video yesterday morning, but I didn't know that my modem had just stopped working, and it stopped again this morning, but I didn't know it. And so the young man from the cable company, he came and gave me put up a new modem and put up new wires and stuff, so I should be good. But let me get off of here. I am not hungry, but I'm learning to, if I'm not going without food, to just eat, smaller amounts and get plenty of water in you. Oh, I wanted some watermelon so bad, but where in the world is watermelon coming in February, And it didn't quite look right. It did have some seeds in it, but it didn't quite look right, And so I didn't get it. But I want to start putting ginger in a lot of my dishes. I put some in that steak that I had left over. I just put some water in the pan. I put onions. Normally I put zucchini in there. Let me see what I put in there. I put onions. I put 1 small potato. Oh, I can't remember all what I put, because I was out of celery. But anyways, spinach. I put spinach in there and ginger. That's my reason for talking about it, And oh my goodness, it's good for the tummy. My tummy loved it. My tummy loved it. So I think I'm gonna take maybe a 4th piece of one of those steaks and wash it off real good and boil it. And then I like to strain it, because you have them little particles and stuff. It don't be nothing but blood, and probably stuff that they, why is it that other countries, see, these rich folk, these billionaires and multimillionaires, they got farms. They don't go into Food Line and Walmart and places like that. If they don't, they probably order their food from the countries that don't allow farmers and these cow and pig and lamb and stuff, people that put foreign stuff in food. They don't eat the same food that we eat. So I think we need to get together and pray that they just make people stop putting things in our food that we don't need. And that's in the name of Jesus. Let me get off of here, because I am tired as usual, and I'm about out of breath. So with that being said, remember, wise men, ladies, boys, and girls, still seek Jesus. He loves you, and so do I. I know I always say, let me get off of here, and I keep right on talking. I had to go potty, so I potted, and I washed my hands. And then I was thinking, it came from a conversation, do the Lord love everybody? And so I Google. I say, do Jesus love everybody? And according to Google, they say, well, according to the Bible, yes, God loves everybody according to the Bible. Well, what I read was God said, Esau, he said, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. But let me share this. If you don't hate anyone, the opposite of hate is love. But see, the thing of it is that, nobody can enter into heaven with hate in their heart, which it is a thin line between love and hate, because I've had some significant others in my life that I almost hated, I almost hated them. But see, it's a plus when you love and you like. It's a plus when you really, really and truly like some people, And precious one in Canada, if you listening, I love you, sweetie. Minnesota, I love you, sweetie. It's so many. I don't know where SL is, but it's so many that, it's a few that, I don't know you, never met you, but just from picking up on your spirit. And I know y'all ain't perfect, just like I'm not perfect. Who did Jesus call? Did he go? Here I go. Did Jesus go to the temple? Did he go to the sanctuary looking for the 12? No, he went to the streets. He got old cussing Peter, old naked cussing Peter. He did pick out a thief though, Judas, and that ended up going to hell, because he was not because he was a thief, but it's because he was just not right. Because see, you can steal and not be a thief. You can lie and not be a liar. You can appear to be a hypocrite. And I know I've appeared to be a hypocrite, but I'm not even close. No way in the world am I a hypocrite, a liar, not even to a thief. But some could put me in that category. See, you got to know who you are. You got to know whose you are. And you can pick up on people's spirit to tell how they are. And I don't want none of them in my life. On YouTube, off of YouTube. Like I said in yesterday's post. Now let me get off of here and wash this food down and get it put up, All right. Till next time.